Hey everybody, welcome back around to the Blog and Grill. I'm your host Doug here with your sports blog and grill for November 18th, 2013. A great weekend in the NFL. College football going down to the wire in a couple games. Jimmie Johnson wins his 6th NASCAR championship. I also have a New York sports update for you as well, but first I want to get to college football. My picks for the college football weekend, 2-1. And the big pick I made, the big upset alert with USC taking down Stanford 20-17. I just want to start off by talking about the resiliency of USC. This is a team that gave up so many points early on in the year, got blown out by Arizona State, really struggled to play good ball early on. They get rid of Lane Kiffin, Ed Orgeron comes in, kind of sets a different tone, and this team has been solid ever since. USC's really been a good team. They're playing defense now. They're playing a physical style game, getting some of their key players back healthy, and they're giving Cody Kessler a chance to succeed in college football. And I think it's going to be important to see what USC can do going forward and who they're going to bring on as their head coach moving forward next year as well. So just a little talk there. Now I want to talk BCS standings, of course. Coming in at number 5, we have Oregon back up to number 5. Baylor jumps to 4, and they're just slightly behind Ohio State at 3. Florida State and Alabama rounded out 2-1. And I had a question asked to me yesterday, and I just want to address this right off the bat. The question I was asked yesterday by a loyal blog viewer was, why is Baylor still so far behind Florida State? And I think the take on that is that Baylor played an easy schedule early. Florida State had a big win over Clemson. Clemson then was ranked, I think it was a 3-5 matchup at that point. Clemson was highly ranked. Clemson's a good team. Baylor plays a tougher schedule down the stretch, as we talked about last week, than Florida State. But still, what I talked about before is I think it's going to really come down to Baylor has their big game this weekend coming up against Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State just took down Texas. They also have to go at TCU, and then they'll play Texas at home. Texas just lost, so that won't be a ranked team that they'll get to go after. Florida State, really easy schedule going down the stretch. Idaho, Florida, and then an ACC title game likely against Duke at this point after Duke took down Miami. So really easy schedule going down the stretch. Baylor, if they can get some big wins, they can jump to 3, but I do not think anybody will get up to number 2. I think Florida State just is too well liked in the polls and the computers. Baylor's is not liked a lot in the computers at this point, so that is going to make it tough for Baylor to jump anybody right now, as Florida State started out higher ranked than Baylor anyways at the beginning of the year. So that's my college football talk. Now I want to go around the shield in the NFL. First off, I want to talk about my picks. 2-1, and my Eagles pick was dead on. I picked the Eagles to win that game 24-16, and they did. So let's go around the shield right now. I'm going to save the Sunday night game till last because that's one I want to go in depth on as well. New Orleans late game field goal. Garrett Hartley getting it done. New Orleans beats the 49ers 23-20. Eli Manning and the Giants win their 4th in a row. They're a game back in the NFC, game and a half back in the NFC East. They beat the Packers 27-13. Russell Wilson plays good in Percy Harvin's first game. Seattle wins over the Vikings 41-20. Miami gets it done at home 20-16 over San Diego. They go to 5-5. Buffalo in stunning fashion over the Giants. Geno Smith throws 3 picks. Matt Sims gets some action. Bills win 37-14. A rain delay in Chicago for some severe storms doesn't go well for the Ravens. Joe Flacco struggles. The Bears get a big win 23-20 in a slop bowl. Cincinnati has 2 defensive touchdowns. They pick off Campbell 3 times. Cincinnati wins 41-20. Philadelphia getting it done, like I said, 24-16. Nick Foles rushes for 2, and the Eagles win 24-16. They now lead the NFC East. Pittsburgh and Detroit. Pittsburgh, some late game touchdowns. They get the win 37-27. Tampa Bay gets it done against the Falcons 41-28. And Arizona is now 6-4 quietly. They beat Jacksonville 27-14. And a late game incomplete pass by Matt Schaub to Andre Johnson causes some jawing on the sidelines as the Raiders and Matt McGloin beat the Texans 28-23. And now I want to talk about the Sunday night game. The Sunday night game was a great matchup. Denver Broncos 8-1. Kansas City Chiefs 9-0 going into the game. It was an exciting game to watch for sure. Peyton Manning was solid, never hit the ground. Possession was so close. This is a lot closer game than a 10-point game, really. They played well. Both teams really got it done. Alex Smith, I feel like he had to throw the ball too much. Couldn't really get the run game going great. And there was just a lot of drop passes and a lot of big plays missed by Kansas City that they could have got. One big almost interception that they took away. Also a fumble that they recovered. And then the next play, they went on to fumble it. Just a good game. A good matchup that we'll see again in 2 weeks in Kansas City. I think it could be a different kind of game. That Kansas City crowd is crazy, and I think they will help the other team. I think they will help the Chiefs get it done. But just a good game to watch. Peyton Manning didn't hit the ground, like I said. Played great. Moreno ran the ball enough to get it done. 27 carries, 79 yards. No touchdowns. Monte Ball was the big guy. 8 carries, 25 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So a good game all around. A good game to watch. Hope you enjoyed it. Now I want to get to my Monday night pick. My Monday night pick is going to have to be Tom Brady. He's won 5 straight Monday night games at home. I think Brady will get it done. He's playing the best right now that he's played all year. He's got his weapons back. Ridley and Vereen will be in at running back tonight. Gronk's back. Amendola's healthy. We'll see what happens. I'll take Tom Brady and the Patriots winning the game. I'll take 17-13 Patriots. That's going to be my Monday night pick. So that's my NFL Around the Shield for you tonight. Now I want to go to NASCAR. NASCAR yesterday crowned a champion, Jimmie Johnson, winning his 6th championship, putting him into a rare class of just a couple guys who's won 7, Earnhardt and Petty. Now he's won 6, and it is going to be exciting to see if he can go for a 7P or his 7th championship next year. He is just a solid driver. He's got a good thing going with Chad Canals. And this chase format plays right into his strength for sure. And we'll see. Jimmie Johnson, probably one of the best drivers on the face of the earth right now. We'll see if we can keep it going next year. And it's going to be exciting to watch, see if he can get to 7. So a good NASCAR season. Jeff Gordon finished strong, my man. We'll see what happens. Matt Kenseth, he'll be back next year in that 20 car running well. So we'll see. All right, time for your New York sports update. Tonight we got Brooklyn Nets action at home. They're taking on the surprising 8-2 Trailblazers. The Nets will be without Brook Lopez and Darren Williams. Hughes Hoops tonight. They'll be playing St. Francis, New York at the Dome. This will be their last game before they head off to Maui next week for the Maui Invitational. That'll kick off next Monday. And the Knicks and the Pistons will go at it tomorrow. And the Knicks will likely be without Metta World Peace. All right, so Wednesday I'll be back with my Week 11 awards. I'll give you my Heisman update. I'm also going to talk Jack Taylor. Jack Taylor, we all know him, the Division III basketball player who went for 109 last night. 109 Grinnell's. Jack Taylor, 24 three-pointers. I want to talk about him, and I want to talk about his possibility of playing in the pros. So we'll talk about that as well. I'll give you my NFL wildcard standings update and also an update on some MLB free agency talk that's been going around. Carlos Ruiz, the newest free agent, he signed a 3-year deal with the Phillies to stay there as the catcher. Follow me on Twitter, YankeeBaller415. Comment, question, subscribe to my page. Thanks for tuning into the Blog and Grill. I will be back on Wednesday. See you then. Have a nice start to your week.